anyone who got a PS4 or an Xbox One on Christmas Day had an unfortunate surprise, sadly. And I knew a lot of friends who got PS4s for Christmas, wanted to play with them and stuff like that. I personally wanted to play games with them. Obviously, they wanted to play the systems. Fucking, I don't even want to dignify them by getting their name right. It's like Lizard Army or something. It's a bunch of fucking script kiddies basically attacked the Sony servers and the Microsoft servers with DDoS attacks. Okay, DDoS attacks basically clog everything up, and they make sites, networks inaccessible. The first thing I'd like to request is that news outlets stop calling this a hack, because it's not. It's downloading a program, inserting some information, and hitting go while you go sit in your living room and eat your fucking Cheetos.
The only reason DDoS is working because it's tons of people doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a concerted effort, and that's about it. It's absolutely inelegant. I mean, there's no panache or style to this at all. It doesn't take any skill.
It's not like the movie's Hackers where they're going in a virtual reality tunnel. Yeah, you know, it's someone, like I said, downloading a script and running it.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, it's and this is really throwing it back. Do you remember downloading AO Hell?
Yes, I do remember AO Hell. Oh my god,
and AO Bomber and shit like that. Yeah. That's what you're doing in a modern day sense.
AO Hell, oh my god, that's what did AO Hell used to do? It used to like be able to
it would flood chat rooms, and it would kick people back when IMs used to get weird when you would flood them, and I mean it would fill mailboxes, and I mean basically the same thing. All you're doing is being an annoying little pissant. So
so they took down these two networks.
Now Microsoft somehow managed to get it back together in 24 hours. Sony was down for much longer. The thing about this was when the BBC contacted Lizard Grum Drums or whatever the fuck they are.
They're gonna attack us, Ian.
I don't fucking care. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
I will headbutt you in your fucking teeth. Fire. So full of fire. So fiery. They said they were doing it for the lulz, which is the stupid internet thing. We're doing it because we can, because we think it's funny. And then Anonymous, a large portion of Anonymous, got very pissed at them for doing this. Lots of people got pissed because
there wasn't any reason or rhyme behind it.
Well, there's no rhyme or reason behind it, and whether you're a bad person or a good person, you can still enjoy video games. So you're pissing off everyone. You're pissing off people you don't want to piss off. So then they tried to double back and say that, it was about these ethics. It's always about ethics these fucking days. No, it's not. It's not about fucking ethics. It's about you being a fucking loser in your basement. And they wanted to, they tried to spin this story to justify it.
So Anonymous wouldn't come after them?
So people weren't more mad at them. Uh-huh. And then they, Sony fixed it. And it's just, it's a
shame though, because they ruin people's and plus the kid, little 9-year-old gets it. They can't even play a single player game. They gotta probably load up the updates. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's just shit like that too.
When it was really bad, there was a lot of, and it kind of pissed me off. But I'm sure it's the same thing for Xbox One as well. A lot of games I couldn't, I was trying to play Pinball Arcade.
You couldn't play that,
and it kept locking up on the verifying data screen. And it's like, dude, I just want to play some fucking single-player pinball on my goddamn PS4.
You ruined Ian's pinball Christmas. You hear that, lizard asses?
Lizard.
Holy shit.
Butt fuck.
So so Microsoft obviously is a software company first, so
right.
they're more prepared. Obviously, Sony wasn't prepared to get hacked. If the freaking movie company with servers containing screenplays, by the way, screenplays and full movies getting hijacked on the servers, obviously they weren't prepared for getting attacked for video games.
I don't know why it took them longer. If I had to guess, it's simply because they're reeling from something that already happened. Because that's the other thing about DDoS is they don't expose problems. They really don't expose any sort of problem with a website. They don't expose any holes in the armor. They are simply a blunt force object that causes everything to stop.
Sure.
So I mean, maybe Sony just didn't know how to handle it. But like I said, it doesn't mean that Sony's server was more flawed than Microsoft's, because that's not what it's actually doing. That's not what it's trying to find. This isn't some white hat hacker trying to find the holes in your security so you can go and patch them up.
Yeah, I love that happens too. It's like, oh, I just hacked your site now. Give me money. I'm just showing you how I made it. So people are wondering why this didn't happen to Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe Reggie Fils-Aimé would have came over and bashed some skulls in. I don't know. I have no idea why.
Maybe
they have
Nintendo's just raised enough goodwill this year that they were like, fuck it.
The lizard men didn't want to attack Nintendo.
Yeah, the lizard men were like, it's fine.
They're like, you know what, Nintendo? I finally bought one of your consoles 2 years in. There's finally some decent games for it. You got that Squid game coming out. It looks interesting. The Squid Ink game.
We're enjoying this. We're gonna let you have this Christmas.
So Sony compensated PlayStation Network users.
Not yet,
time.
but
they're going
to. So basically, the 5 days that you lost, you'll get back. Which, nice gesture. Really, an extended 5 days on a month-to-month contract is it's kind of weird, but that's nice. And then supposedly, I don't know if it's all that. So that's for Plus users, and then I don't know if it's for all users or if it's just for Plus users. But they're doing supposedly, you'll see like a 10% discount off like your entire cart purchase, which is nice because it's not 10% off one purchase. You can load your cart up with $100 worth of stuff that you've been meaning to get and save 10. So, that's all right.
So Christmas was saved a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit by Sony.
Yay, Santa.